brother's name, though, one of them.
Serious?
My next brother is taller.
Is it?
Got him longest.
There's another one.
Yeah. Do you know Darren Biggs?
No.
I've seen him though. He does that raise though.
Yeah.
Like raise. He does a lot of raise. Like maybe older school people raise.
I'm old, remember?
No, I'm saying yeah. He does like. Do you know about 12 to 12? You know that's 12 to 12. So 12. Say Saturday night 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Till midday the next day in the afternoon. Sometimes till 5. Like the older people can rave. You know, they rave more than us. You know, I'm telling you.
Yeah, they got to be on that magic stuff though, because I ain't staying up for that. I would fall asleep in the dance and wake back up.
Yeah, the same. Yeah. So, it's good. What are you saying anyway, man?
Well, you know what? First of all, I need to apologise. Like I said last time, I was all happy. We had a good conversation, a little bit deep, a little bit meaningful. Then I get back to the hotel. Yeah, going to edit this, throw this out. No sound. So I need to apologise for that.
So what was it this?
No, it was my microphone. We're not going to get into it on here, but it is what it is. Yeah. No IG, no sound, but we move.
Madness. The fight, the inner demon fight. Mad. It's crazy.
But how have you been, to be fair? Like from last time I seen you, you look a little bit better, if I'm honest.
You know what? It's all about trying to, what's the word? Accept, you know, and dealing with accepting of my situation, it being real. Do you know what I mean? So, and as much as time goes on, that's what I've had to inner strength slowly. As much as it's not that strong mainly, but I mean, once we understood that, and I said to myself, well, it's either we can sit here moping or we got to live with meaning for him and myself and whatever. So, and this is where we are. So I got rid of the beard.
You know what? I liked it though. I don't know what it is, but it really suited you. Not in no like creep way, but I'm just saying it. You looked all right, innit?
Yeah. So I got rid of the beard, so that made me feel probably a little bit fresher, vibrant, and that. So then it kind of, you know, made me feel a little bit kind of new, getting back into the gym a lot more. Okay. So I got a little nutritionist, give me a little diet, need to shed some timber, losing a little bit of weight. I've gone up to Big Daddy Kane weight, too big. What was I, 350 pounds? Madness. 25 stone, just over that thing. 158 kg, insane. So yeah, I've got to put some work in. So I'm eating well, losing the weight, and I'm training. So it's happy days right now. We're just building for that and just planning for the months ahead, man. We've got a busy year. And at the same time, you know, health is wealth, they say. So I think I was more ruining myself a lot in my depressed moment and mental state. So just trying to, you know, cut the drinking down a bit more and just focus. And that's why I put all these shows together to help the fighters build and help myself more than anything, giving myself a target and something to, you know, drive and push onto. So yeah, this is where we are now.
You're somebody that has never ever lacked ambition, somebody that's never lacked fight, somebody that's always willing to push through anyway. But to hear you say this is kind of like even refocused you some more, that it's like you're taking care of yourself, like your health, your mental health, your well-being. It's kind of like another string to your bow.
Yeah, possibly, but well, I was a man that went to the gym anyway, but it's like to reinforce and refocus and get back to that. It's been some dark times recently, you know, so yeah, I could say, you know, we're just, you know, thankful that we got the strength to do it, Carl. It's a lot of strength and inner willpower, mental battles, actually. So, still tough, still rough, you know what I mean?
I remember, because obviously your last show of last year, kind of like, I don't know how, you was kind of like just like on autopilot, because we could see the stress, the strain in you, even though you're still trying to keep it together and push through. You know, I've known you for a while, and you know, we speak offline anyway. This is just for this. But I just want to say, you know, my deepest, sincerest condolences, because I can't put myself in your shoes. You understand?
Yeah, so I think it's every parent's worst dream, you know. But yeah, again, like I was saying, it's that, you know, focusing on what's reality and trying to embrace that, and now accepting it's where once you make those understanding, and we can develop and grow and take one day at a time and grow and just use that sadness and energy and turn it into the love and do things for the better of him and just for the better of myself, because it's about my well-being, my mental space as well. So yeah, I'm just trying to do that, and that's what we're going to do, man. We continue to just keep it strong, man, as we can. We have a lot of down moments, but we just got to take those down moments with the good and just let them roll, man, because they're all mixed into one anyway.
An inspiration to many, you know, somebody that is for the people, by the people, somebody that's, you know, come from the ground up.
Absolutely, and that's what it is. You know, we want to always push our growing development of our kids, people, and trying to nurture, even just giving them advice. Even if they're not signed by me, I give people advice because it's just one of those things. I'm here to help. The advice is not just for me. I've learned it along the journey. I've learned it from someone else. So it's for me to share with people. It's just it's for me to learn and, you know, share and divulge that information to who wants that knowledge. So, you know, I try and help as much as I can. But yeah, that's where we're at the minute, you know.
In relation to Blvckbox Global, which is obviously your business that is thriving, you know, really putting on the small horse shows, but bringing that glitz and glamour. It's a kind of like a personal question for me. How do you like manage it? Because I know you've got people there in the background, but kind of like I still see you running around at the forefront, getting to events, arranging fighters, sorting stuff out. How do you like multitask and do all of that?
Stuff, yeah, you're right. But I still have a team that I delegate stuff to and they help as well. So most of it, I've got a good matchmaker. I big up my man. Yeah, hell yeah, shit. Nothing doesn't get done without the main man. You mad? I've got actually a couple that I use. But my man Derek Woodall, big him up. You know, they're the unsung heroes. Jack as well is someone I use. These are unsung heroes, man, that people don't know behind the background. I do a lot of work and get shit done. So I big up my next man, the Nemesis, I'll call him. That's, you know what I mean? You don't want to talk too much, but he's another man that makes shit happen, man. These guys, they're my backbone. I talk to them, they arrange shit, we get shit done. And then I've got vast other team members who do different shits as well, but it's a lot of work. And now that I put them back to back, I mean, oh my God, it's even more. It's everything's doubled, tripled, because it's combat. It's one month after the other, so I've got to do everything more than once at the same time. So it's like the tickets, the matchmate, it is insane. So yeah, this is who we are. It's tough. It's tough. I don't know what I did to myself, but you know, I'm happy that I did this because it gives me something to focus on. And, you know, I don't know about next year if I'm going to do this every month again, though, because it's more. Maybe I'll stretch it to 6 weeks or something. So them extra weeks give me a little bit of time because I can make the tickets that way and then send them out. 6 weeks is more than enough time to sell tickets. But, I mean, listen, it's been a lot. But, you know, by God's grace, we've done it, man. We're moving. We still got the April one we're probably going to announce maybe next week.
Okay.
That's a big show. That's IBF International Commonwealth, and we're trying to get a Southern area on there. So we are going, you know. We just, it's only, you know what I mean. It's time, man. We've worked. We deserve what's coming our way, and we're just working towards that, you know.
For our viewers, then, can you give us a little bit of an overview of your schedule? What we can expect from Blvckbox Global, the shows, the locations.
So we're at Tolworth. That is our home of boxing in Surbiton, a recreation centre, and you can look forward to great vibes, good music, good entertainment. And the fights, you know, we've got some real good fights. We've got some 50-50 fights. Tony Banger's first 8-rounder, 50-50 fight. And we've got, I think, a few other close fights on there. But, you know, it's going to be a great show, stacked as usual. Great entertainment. We've got the punch machine, we've got the jerk chicken, we've got the DJ. And I'm making something else which is going to be interesting. Just a focal point for some, you know, little bit of a red carpet, a theme. And we're just doing things, you know what I mean? But what we're more doing, we're building an event. So if you want to come and you want to have a good night with your missus, or if you're not the greatest tuned in boxing, you can always just come and have a good night. And there's other things that you can do to kind of pass the time. So yeah, that's what we've done, man. And you know, we've done okay. So I'm happy.
So that is February the 11th, this Saturday.
Saturday, be there, be square.
And the next one?
The next one's Sunday. We're going to Sunday's Maidstone, March the 12th, which will be the Commonwealth title. And that's good. We're building that nicely as per and along. So we've got 4 weeks on Sunday to that one. So yeah, it's literally just, it's a Sunday. Yeah, so we're just marching on with this back to back, man. So that's coming on. I have had a few pullouts of the main big ticket sellers, but I replaced a decent guy today with a good number. He's looking like he'll do okay. And after this weekend, I think a couple of the guys off this weekend will come on. So that probably will help and even it out. So I'm looking forward to a good card there as well. But the whole year, like the next 3 cards, are looking like they're going to be, top-notch cards, and we just want to build and carry that momentum.
We talk about cross promotions in the larger shows, Sky Sports working with DAZN, say for example. Can we expect that cross promotion with yourself working with other promoters moving forward?
There is a possibility. There is, and I think there is only probably one person I could think of, but I don't want to divulge the information. But they're just people who help me, so I'm not going to just go and randomly go with, you know what I mean? It's like for like, man, really, you know what I mean? So that's probably one person that I could think of, because that tour, we've got a great setup, and so I wouldn't want to merge with no one, because it's not beneficial. You know what I mean? It works. We've got a great system, so I don't want to change that system. So at the minute, yeah, it's a good look. So right now, but other than that, I don't know. If it gets bigger and there's someone huge, then we could do like a coach with them. I'll have to think of that. But right now, where we are, we've got a system. It's working.
Don't fix it.
Exactly. So you know what I mean. But later down the right line, there's potential. There's hope for some good stuff, because we plan to try and be as huge as we can.
100%, no doubt that's what you'll achieve. You're someone that speaks things into existence, and you walk it like you talk it. It's no thing.
Honesty is the best policy, man. If you can't do something, you can't do it. We'd rather just tell people as it is, but 9 times out of 10, most things you can. Because look, with the guys, I normally tend to either put them on different shows, or, I don't lie and pretend. And some of these guys, the promoters, there's a lot of trickery and lying and deceit, and I don't like that. They get on my nerves with that. So just be honest. The truth is the best policy sometimes, you know what I mean? And I've had to kind of straighten up a few of their bow tie for them, so let them understand, you understand? But look, and there's more to come, there's more to come, because we have to stand tall. And right now, I'm not really taking no bag of chatting and long thing with no one. So I need to pull everyone's coat, so we're on the same page. So it's either straight you're dealing, or just allow me, because I can't tolerate bullshit. So it's just honesty. It's integrity, man to man. I'm a man. I'm not your girl. You're not hiding your infidelity. You don't need to lie to me. You tell me if I like it, I like it. If I don't, that's my business. Just straight. And that's it. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm not tolerating no funny games. As I look a couple, man, I'm going to page shortly. So, yeah, man, it's good, yeah, man. You know what I mean? 'Cause I don't really need no one. So I got my own thing. So it's good. I can really tell you a piece of my mind, and you know what I mean? We can lay it all out, man. And I'm not looking no favours. So, yeah, it's all good.
It's relatable, and another person that is not afraid to say it how it is Whyte. Whyte I spoke to briefly. You know what he's like, he told me to F off. You know me and him, you know how we stay. But he released an article, I think it was via Mail Online, and then the Sun picked it up, or the other way around, I can't remember, with him basically saying he's kind of fed up because he was next in line to fight AJ. The winner of Whyte Franklin would fight AJ, and now we know that it's Franklin. So your thoughts on that, being how close you are to Dillian?
Look, Dillian understands more than anyone this is a business. So it was a fight that was spoken, that it was happening. I think he just needs to carry on training and focus, because I feel like they've taken this fight so Joshua can come back to winning ways, and then potentially look at a stadium fight with Dillian. Dillian needs to just concentrate and not lose sight of, the bigger plan and what's going on down the line. They probably want to get a gauge of where he is, where his confidence, where Joshua's mentality is. And rightly so, I think he deserves a comeback to try and get a win. So hopefully the fight goes down, he comes back with a great win, and then we could look for Dillian down in the summer. It's down to them who they ideally choose, but obviously it's about playing the game smart. You know what I mean? Because if you ruffle feathers, then later on they overlook you. You know this game, it's just one of them, so he's got to be smart. But look, Dillian and these guys know what they're doing. I just kind of let them crack on. I do with Blvckbox business and just talk my opinion. We don't really talk about too much of stuff like that, because sometimes we don't see eye to eye on stuff. So I just try and keep it straight. He always tells me about it myself, what he's going to plan to do with me, and I do the same. So it's all good, man. It's all love, man. It's bro shit. So that's how we keep it. But sometimes we just keep on normal combos, because then we don't have to get into nothing. But we always get into something, because just unfortunately one of those things.
I've got to say, yeah, I can definitely understand that. I know what Dillian's like. He'll pick an argument with fresh air.
Listen, mate.
But we'll move on to AJ fighting Franklin then. Like you said,
Fight. I think it's a good solid fight. It's a good yardstick for him to come back. I think stars make fights. I think the fight with Franklin is is a bit more tailored for Joshua maybe because it's a pure boxing style, jab, jab, right down the pipe. Dillian's more jab, left hook, body, left head. You know what I mean? He's not someone that double jabs and throws that straight right down the pipe. You know, like that. He maybe throws a good overhand or whatever. But I think Joshua's good long boxing might be ideal, and he might come up with a bang. But what we do know, Franklin's tough. He's durable. He's got good boxing brain. But yeah, again, styles makes fights, man. It's an interesting fight. I think it's a good yardstick, and then he can build back momentum and build back confidence, and then look at someone like, let's test myself against Dillian Whyte, who's confident in himself, and see if I can trump him and, you know, continue doing myself and build, because he has to rebuild. There's a process in this thing, and just in anything, he needs a process. He needs to rebuild. So he deserves that opportunity. So let's see.
I know that there's nothing been confirmed, and we clearly can't overlook Franklin. We know that he does pose a threat. He's heavyweight boxing, for God's sake. But I've heard that possibly another name that might be brought into the mix post Franklin. Now, this is just a whisper. I'm not saying there's any substance to it, but Filip Hrgović.
Yeah, I heard that fight, but that's not happening anyway. Not with Joshua. Who did I hear? I heard something earlier, but my brain's blank anyway. So I don't know. But yeah, that's not happening. But, you know, Hrgovic's a dangerous guy. But look, he fought, when he fought, he looked as Zhang, you know, I was coming to. So he's now become a little bit more close to reality. A lot of people avoided him. Now that he's seen what the big man Zhang done to him, now everyone's like, whoa, you know, he doesn't seem so scary after all. But now Zhang's fighting Joyce. I think the Juggernaut's going to smash that fool. The Juggernaut's going to... The problem is he's got a tank issue. If you notice, he in his fights against... I can't remember that American's name. I think he even lost that fight, but they gave it to him. He slowed down to him, as you do. You get tired. It's heavyweight boxing. Even against... in the last fight, he got tired as well. So, you know, this is not the man to do that with. Joyce is not the man to go and get tired with. He smashes. He's like Hulk smash. You know Hulk smash? He goes body, he comes upstairs, he goes back down. Listen, he's an ass. Now listen, unless you're a body puncher, I think you're going to have a lot of problems with him, because I think you could slow Joyce down to the body if you're a good body puncher. Because everyone, it doesn't matter how it is, if you start chipping away at the body from round one, you'll eventually feel it throughout the 12 rounds. It's like trying to chip at ice. He's saying the ice, even when the men say how tough ice is, after a while it cracks. So it's just the same. So you got to just invest in that. I know Parker tried it a little bit, but he's not a great body puncher. You know what I mean? But he was tough enough. He took some rotted licks in that fight. But that fight's a good fight. Was it Yang or Zhang? Great fight.
Zhilei Zhang. But then we look at the heavyweight fight, Usyk versus Tyson Fury. Your thoughts on that? If it's even going to happen, because it's getting a bit close. I was hearing March, then I was hearing April.
Yeah, it just keeps moving, doesn't it? It's a great fight. I want to see that fight. I want to see Fury punch his head in. I've got nothing against him. A tremendous athlete, tremendous ambassador for the sport, what he's doing, fighting for his country in Ukraine and the stuff he's doing. But I'm from the UK, so I'm going to back my man. Obviously, if it was Fury and AJ, I'd back AJ because it's kind of more manly. But, you know, I know Tyson Fury is a phenomenal mountain, and it's a feat to try and beat an immovable object as him, but I'll still back him. So there's people, it's just how it goes, unfortunately. Usyk, he's done great for the sport, great for himself and his family. But, you know, I don't know. I feel just Fury will be too big, or pepper him with a jab, he'll move. I know he will try and create angles, but Fury's good at manipulating with his arms, controlling, and leaning on him. But listen, we can't rule out that man. That guy has not had 400 fights and won all them things for no reason. So if he won, it wouldn't be like, oh, it's a major shock, but it would be. But I'd still be like, fuck that little midget, bodybuilder, whatever Tyson Fury calls it. But Belly is going to get you, though.
Belly is going to get him. So we're going to move on then we talk about Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is trained by Sugar Hill. It's been recently announced, and I really want your opinion on this. Sugar Hill is now the head trainer, the sole trainer for Lawrence Okolie. Talk to me about that.
It's a good move. Hopefully, it's down to the fighter if they want to take on board what the coach and get the information. You can move to 100 different coaches, but if you're not subject to taking in and processing data and putting it to work, I'm not saying. I think Okolie probably is more so, because he seems like someone who wants to learn. He's moved around. He's taken his career in his own path. He's got rid of 258 because he wants to bag. and he's managing. I don't know, maybe manage himself or got someone else to manage him, and now he's gonna clean up on the butter. But I mean, he's taking it serious. I think Sugar Hill will train him. I know exactly what style that Kronk style is, a good style. A lot of Americans use that step style, and it's a good style. And that's why I said when people talk about Usyk's footwork, Fury's got that step style. You see, when you double step, you can pivot, you can control anything you want. So even if he turns that way and does all that fast shit, he can. Listen, let me tell you something. It's mad. People got to study there, understand foundation built from your feet up, and once you understand distance control, good footwork, everything's just a thing. But I think it's a good move. Let's see how it transitions and how long it takes for him to take that information. I know David Adley is another man that's out there quite a lot. I was out there in that same gym. That's the gym I was in. Yeah, I know all them boys over there. You good? Yeah, I know all them boys in that gym. We went. I brought Shaka and Peters to spar there, and John Harding Jr. They were sparring with the Jarrell brothers. That's the same gym we're down there. Yeah, they're my people. Yeah, come on. And big up my man Six Red who's down there in the same gym as well. Yeah, so yeah. So come on, man. Miami far though, because it's far from Miami, Florida, where we were staying. It's like a 2-hour drive.
Yeah, but American geographic's completely different.
Small drive to them. Like they do 28, 36-hour drives and all that. But I mean, the gym there is a good gym. So them man is doing things. So yeah.
So when the fight finally happens with Lawrence Okoli and Richard Riakporhe, how do you see that going? When the fight finally happens with Lawrence Okoli and potentially Richard Riakporhe, how do you see that going? See, you've given that look.
Is it? No, because it's a very interesting fight. Styles make fights. Richard Riakporhe's got that real power. You've seen he nullifies people, but Lawrence is good at distance control. Distance control is key to boxing. But I mean, both of them are distance control guys, but I don't know, man. It's a mad one. I'd like, obviously, Richard to win his from the ends and doing his thing. You gone? Yes. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's a hard fight, my man.
Yeah, it's definitely something that we're looking forward to, Dean. We've been going for 22 minutes.
Bro, that's cool. So long.
So long. Yeah, but I saw it go.
Yeah, no, come on, man. You deserve it. You're waiting around. I'm going to go take a seat over there, drink my little Diet Coke and relax. I think that guy's run off, so that's good. I can just go and relax and see what the deal is, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, all the best for Saturday night.
Yes, thank you very much.
October Red Boxing with the lovely, the kind, the caring, the gentleman, Dean Whyte.
Very much appreciated, kind words.
Hi, and thank you for watching October Red Boxing. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications. You can also find us on Instagram at October Red Boxing and on Twitter, October Red UK. And remember, at October Red, we stay ready.